Hello, welcome back to Drinking by My Shelf. My name is Emma and today I am giving book recommendations in answer to Reddit advice questions. Because you know what? Books are actually the answer to everything. There is no situation in which a book cannot tell you what to do or help you make your mind up, and I think that is going to apply to all of the weird questions that I'm going to find on Reddit today. So I've opened up the Ask Reddit, Ask Women advice subreddits to scroll through. I've also opened up some BuzzFeed pages so that they've done the work in collecting some of the weirdest together, and we're going to see what are people looking for advice for and what can books help them with. Okay, we have our first one. Am I being an irrational crazy girl or should I call him out on his behaviour? Full story inside. That is the name of the Reddit thread. And the story inside is that she asked her boyfriend, this girl asked her boyfriend to take her My Little Pony on holiday with him and take pictures of it in different locations. And he was like, I don't want to do that. He's going on a family holiday. He was like, I don't want to do that. And she was pissed. So when I read that title, when she was like, am I being crazy, irrational girl or not? I was like, no, you're not. Women always are told that they're the ones being crazy. He's probably being a jerk. But then I read that story and honestly, I don't know what to make of that. Oh, and she's 27. So she is a my age woman who is really, really angry because her boyfriend doesn't want to take her My Little Pony on holiday with his family and take pictures of it. So, okay girl, you should read. Honestly, I'm really stumped already. This is so much harder than I thought it was going to be. I think that you should just read The Horse Whisperer because it won't answer your question. It will not help this problem, but it is about a horse, and you do seem to like horses. This is not my first wine of the day, honestly, you can tell. Okay, so this one is called Question About My Sister-in-Law and Her Choices. And this is the wording of his question. I really fancy my wife's sister, and we went out for a few drinks. Bad start. I invited her back to my house, and she came. But when we got back to my place and I tried to get it on with her, she rebuffed me. I don't really understand her behaviour. Any ideas? What? I don't know where to start with this. So I am looking at my shelves to see, do I have a book about someone sleeping with their wife's sister where it turns out well? I don't think I have a book about someone sleeping with their wife's sister at all, let alone where it turns out well. According to Goodreads, there is a book called Sleeping with My Sister's Husband that is like a fun, romantic thriller. And honestly, it has high ratings on Goodreads. So I think that you should read that book and that might give you some ideas of how next to try sleeping with your wife's sister. Is it weird to take pictures of stray cats and pet them? No, it is not weird. That sounds lovely. But you should probably read Pet Sematary, just so you know what cats are all about. Okay. All my friends think I'm gay, but I'm not. And then you open it up, and inside the question goes into more detail about how he recently had to come out as straight to his friends because he discovered that they all thought that he was gay, and they were really shocked, and now they're all acting really strange about it. Interesting. To be honest, I think any coming out story would be useful for that. Like, even though obviously most coming out stories in books are people coming out as queer, not coming out as straight. But if it sounds like he's going through the same issues, like friends acting weird around you and stuff, and like not feeling accepted and people feeling like their opinion of you has changed, then that'll probably be useful. So I'm going to say to this guy, you should read Simon versus the Homo sapiens Gender and just see where that gets you. Need some help for how to take care of orphaned baby birds. I'm out of my depth. Birds. Bird Box. You should read Bird Box. Put the birds in a box. That's not really what Bird Box is about, but there is a scene where they put birds in a box, so you're welcome. Oh my god! I can't even read this question out. Okay, you and a super intelligent snail both get $1 million, and you both become immortal. However, you die if the snail touches you. It always knows where you are and slowly crawls towards you. What's your plan? Jesus. Fuck. I thought books were the answer to everything, but no. I can't help you with that. I'm also gonna like forever be dreaming of a snail that knows where I am and is crawling towards me now. Also, wait, going back to the question, what was the $1 million for? How was that relevant? What does a snail do with $1 million? What? You should read. Okay, so you have a snail after you who always knows where you are and is always going towards you. But you have $1 million. You should read. I mean, you have $1 million, so you can read a lot of books. So, you know, if my suggestion doesn't work out, just keep buying books, because one of them is bound to address this issue. Do you think of all the books in the world that have ever been written, any of them have a story about a snail who is always moving slowly towards the person that he has the power to kill? If you know a book that has that, tell me. Okay, well, I just made eye contact with a book. I think you should read I See You by Claire Mackintosh, because that is not about snails, but it is about getting stalked, and so you might be able to get some ideas there for how to outwit the people that are stalking you, even if they are a snail who's immortal and has $1 million. What? Okay, I have the next one. Okay, so this person needs advice on how to recover from a situation. Here's the situation. My wife's boss from her brand new job invited us over for dinner. On the drive over, my wife reiterated many times to me just how important it was to make a good impression. The boss served steak, but as I began to cut into my steak, I discovered it was totally undercooked. Just then, our hostess excused herself to the kitchen to take care of some dessert preparations. As I looked across the fancy dining room table at the open window of this third-story apartment, a cartoon light bulb appeared over my head. I knew I had to be decisive, realizing that she could return at any moment. I committed. I grabbed the steak with my hand, gently shook off the juice, and executed a perfect throw right through the centre of the open window. Here's the big-time fuck-up. I can't even say it. The window wasn't open. It was the cleanest freaking window you've ever seen in your life. That is, until my mostly raw slab of steak slammed up against it and slowly slid down, leaving a trail of bloody juice in its wake. I mean, that's disgusting. So now his wife isn't talking to him, he doesn't know what to do. Dude, leave the country. Like, okay, my book recommendations. Well, firstly, one's right here. Read Animal Liberation, because that description of the bloody steak was disgusting, and you should be a vegetarian. But secondly, there's nothing you can do. There's no recovering from that situation. What possible excuse are you going to give for why you threw your steak across the room at the window? Like, even if the window was open, surely, like, sure, okay, you throw it out the window and it's not there and you get through dinner, but later that night she goes outside and sees the steak on the floor. It was never a good plan. But with the window closed, there's no, I'm sorry, there is no recovering. Leave the country and maybe read some Jeeves and Wooster, because I feel like you will fit in. You will fit right in with P.G. Woodhouse's characters. They are all massive hot messes, just like you. Okay, that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to end there because, wow, Reddit is a strange place. I maybe was wrong. Maybe books aren't the answer to all of the problems in the world. Although, the day that I find a book about a weird killer snail always moving towards you, I will, hands up, admit I'm wrong. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked my attempts at solving these problems with books, and do leave a comment if you have any more book recommendations for these poor, miserable souls who just need our help and advice. And of course, do hit the subscribe button below for new videos every week. See you next time.